placed military cars. Places I was in smoking king-size Cuban cigars, one after the other. A dead ringer, okay, for Che Guevara. Except possibly in one respect, which I have to mention for the sake of complete respect. The Che Guevara that I met, right, not the famous one, had a brown eye and a blue eye, right? His two eyes were separate colours. I have no idea if the famous Che Guevara had a brown eye and a blue eye. I've read all the biographies, it doesn't mention that. If anyone here knows, I would really be delighted to know. But I don't know if the famous Che Guevara had a blue eye and a brown eye, and in fact the only person I've ever met who had two different coloured eyes was David Bowie. I'm not sure. I think that was due to an accident. I don't know, I'm going off it, all right, but this might, what? Is it? There was an accident, wasn't it? It was a physical thing, yeah? Yeah, now, does he have a blue eye and a brown eye? Because even though I noticed he had two different eyes, I can't fucking remember the colours. What? I was getting silly, right? I thought I was fucking on to something here. Apart from this one possible exception, which now it's got nothing to do with David Bowie, is it? Except for this possible exception, the Che Guevara that I knew was a dead ringer from the famous Che Guevara. Now, the famous Che Guevara, as you probably know, financed his early revolutionary activity by lecturing on allergies. Okay? He was an Argentinian doctor whose speciality was allergy, and that's how he made his money. He was a brilliant Argentinian doctor with a speciality in allergies, which financed enough money for him to scare the whole fucking world. Never knock academia. This Che Guevara, the one that I knew, also was an Argentinian doctor, also lectured on allergies. No reason to think he financed any revolutionary activity, but he had the same job as Che Guevara, looked like Che Guevara, and was called Che Guevara. So it's a bit weird angle to them, right? I kept thinking I was the famous Che Guevara, right? There is a huge step to make, right? Like fucking out, you're there with Che. Now, Che Guevara that I knew, not the famous one. They're going to be extraordinary, this fucking talk, you know. Che Guevara that I knew, not only did he lecture on allergies, but he had like a practice, you know, brands, patients, we would visit and treat and cure. But it wasn't like the round that the doctors back home had in Wales, you know, where they just have to fucking drive around the corner and chat for a couple of hours. And there was like several hundred miles for him to travel to visit one of his patients. And sometimes they'd go with him, yeah, just for a laugh, you know, visit, like hanging around with Tamagotchi, you know. And his equipment, which is all housed in a white transit van, right? His travelling ambulance, if you like. It had all the normal things you'd expect, you know, like bandages, antibiotics, and even sort of, you know, up-to-date, like analysis equipment, oxygen cylinders, all the regular things that I suppose any Western ambulance has. But also some weird stuff, okay? Like there were flower pots of herbs that some of which I recognized, including marijuana, for example, you know, but some of which I recognized, but many that I didn't. But even more bizarrely, you had like bell jars and cages full of reptiles, like, you know, lizards, toads, frogs, salamanders, you know, snakes and all that, which again, you would use in his treatment. Okay. And like I said, I would go with him sometimes for a laugh, you know, just for a laugh, go with him to visit his patient. It wasn't a sick, sadistic thing, it was just a On this one particular day, we were visiting one of his patients, who was a 7-year-old girl, who was very, very distraught, like terribly high fever, high temperature, and all that. Terribly, terribly ill. She was suffering from a disease we call shingles, right?